There is a kind of sadness that does not go away after a good night of sleep. It sits in the chest. It follows you into the mosque, into your work, into your own home, even when everything around you looks fine from the outside. Many Muslims carry this weight quietly because they feel ashamed to call it what it is. But the truth is, even the prophets of Allah experienced deep, overwhelming sadness. And in their stories, Allah gave us real guidance for the heaviest seasons of the heart. Welcome to Gentle Ustaz, your weekly reminder to live your faith in every part of your life. If you have not subscribed yet, do it now and turn on the bell notification so you never miss a reminder. This video is for anyone carrying something heavy right now. Let us walk through it together. You are not weak in your faith because you feel this way. The first thing I want every brother and sister watching this to hear clearly is that feeling deep sadness, heaviness, or emptiness does not mean your faith is weak. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, went through a period in his life that scholars refer to as the year of sorrow, when he lost his beloved wife Khadija and his uncle Abu Talib within a short period of each other. He felt the weight of that loss so deeply that it marked an entire chapter of his life with grief. The Prophet Yaqub, peace be upon him, cried for his missing son for so many years that the Quran tells us his eyes turned white from constant weeping, and his sorrow was so deep that he said he only complained of his grief and sorrow to Allah. Even the prophets, the most beloved people to Allah, experienced grief that lasted, that lingered, and that affected their bodies. If you are feeling this way, you are not failing as a Muslim. You are human, exactly as Allah created you to be, and these emotions are part of the test of this life. The second thing I want you to hold on to is a promise from Allah Himself. Allah tells us in the Quran that He does not burden a soul beyond what it can bear. This does not mean the pain will feel light. It means that whatever you are carrying right now, heavy as it feels, Allah already knows you have the capacity to come through it, even when you cannot see how. Allah also tells us that with hardship comes ease, and this phrase is repeated twice in the same passage of the Quran for emphasis. Many scholars explain that this is not a promise that ease will follow hardship someday in the distant future. It is a promise that ease is already present alongside the hardship, even if you cannot feel it yet. Sometimes that ease comes through a person who reaches out to you. Sometimes it comes through a small moment of relief in your day. Sometimes it comes through professional help that finally helps you understand what you are going through. All of these are still from Allah. The third thing the Quran teaches us comes from the story of Yaqub, peace be upon him, and it is one of the most powerful examples of how to handle deep sorrow. When his sons came to him with devastating news, Yaqub did not pretend to be fine. He did not hide his pain. But he also did not direct his complaint toward people. He said clearly that he only complains of his grief and sorrow to Allah. This is such an important lesson for us today. It is completely human to feel pain, and it is healthy to express it, but the example of the prophets shows us to direct the deepest parts of that pain toward Allah in private conversation, in prayer, in tears during prostration, in honest supplication where you tell Allah exactly how heavy your heart feels. There is no formality required in that conversation. You do not need beautiful words. Allah already knows what is in your heart before you say it, and He simply wants you to come to Him with it. The fourth lesson is about where real relief begins. The Quran tells us that hearts find rest through the remembrance of Allah. This does not mean simply repeating words quickly to make the feeling disappear. It means building small, consistent moments throughout your day where you reconnect with your Creator, even in the smallest way, even if your heart feels distant or numb while doing it. Many people try to escape heaviness by numbing it, by staying constantly busy, by avoiding silence, by filling every moment with noise so they never have to sit with what they are feeling. But Islam teaches the opposite approach. Sit with Allah in that heaviness. Pray even when your heart is not fully present in the prayer. Recite Quran even when you do not feel anything while reading it. The consistency itself becomes the medicine, slowly, gently, over time, even on the days when you cannot feel it working. And now I want to speak very directly about something many Muslims misunderstand. Some people believe that going to see a doctor or a therapist for sadness or depression means you do not trust Allah enough. This belief is not correct, and it can be genuinely dangerous. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, told us that Allah has sent down both the disease and its cure, and He encouraged the people of His time to seek treatment for their illnesses. Depression and deep prolonged sadness can be a real medical condition, connected to brain chemistry, life circumstances, grief, trauma, or a combination of all of these things, and it deserves real medical and professional care, exactly the same way a broken leg or a heart condition deserves a doctor. Seeking a therapist, a counselor, or a doctor when you are struggling is not weak faith. It is wisdom, and it follows the same prophetic guidance to seek treatment for illness. If what you are feeling has lasted for weeks, if it is affecting your sleep, your eating, your relationships, or if you are having thoughts of not wanting to be here anymore, please reach out to a mental health professional or a doctor as soon as you can, in addition to everything we have spoken about in this video. Turning to Allah and turning to proper professional help are not opposites. They work together, side by side. So if your heart feels heavy today, I want you to remember a few things from everything we have shared. You are not weak in your faith for feeling this way. Even the prophets carried deep sorrow. Allah has already promised that whatever you are carrying is something He has equipped you to bear, and that ease is present even now, even if you cannot feel it. Bring your pain directly to Allah in honest, unfiltered conversation. Stay consistent in small moments of remembering Him, even when your heart feels numb. And please, if you need it, reach out for professional support alongside your faith, because that too is part of taking care of the trust Allah placed in you. If this video reached your heart today, please share it with someone who might be carrying something heavy right now in silence. And if you yourself are struggling, please know that you are not alone, and reaching out for help, whether to a loved one, an imam, or a mental health professional, is a sign of strength, not a lack of faith. Subscribe to Gentle Ustaz for more reminders like this one. May Allah lighten every heavy heart watching this video and grant ease after every hardship.